No, it's not a complete.
Okay.
It's not a complete goodbye, and I think we've got an interesting story to tell.
Ellen Pompeo is teasing that it may not be the end of Meredith Grey on the hit ABC show Grey's Anatomy. Ellen, who currently serves as the star and an executive producer on the series, said goodbye to her character, Meredith Grey, in season 19 earlier this year. However, in the latest installment of Variety's Actors on Actors series, the actress tells her former Grey's Anatomy co-star, Katherine Heigl, that she'd be open to returning as Meredith down the line.
First of all, what was it like that last day on set?
So it's a little bit of trickery because I'm not completely gone.
What?
I am in the finale.
Oh my God.
The storyline is very cool. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a lot of real research that's changing very rapidly about Alzheimer's disease and about what they believe is the cause of Alzheimer's disease. It's pretty controversial. So Meredith's character left to go to Boston because her daughter needed to go to a special school. And Jesse Williams' character, Jackson, lives in Boston, and he offered her a job to work at that hospital and do research. So the character moves to Boston, and then in the finale, we catch up with her and see what she's been working on.
Oh, fascinating.
And then I will be making some appearances, hopefully next year.
Okay, so we don't have to completely say goodbye.
No, it's not a complete.
Okay.
It's not a complete goodbye. And I think we've got an interesting story to tell.
Ellen goes on to share details about her upcoming Hulu series, which will be the star's first new acting role in 18 years.
The working title is The Orphan. Going to be a very interesting role to play. I mean, I haven't played another character in 18 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy town. Crazy town. And this one is, it's intense. And so it'll be an interesting experiment for me to see. You know, I'm super excited to do it. I love the team. It's been really fun to develop something new. And, you know, we're just going to cross our fingers and jump out of the plane and pull the chute and hope that shit opens.
Yeah,
you know?
Co-star Katherine, who played Dr. Izzy Stevens for the show's first 6 seasons and left the series in 2010, opens up with Ellen about everything surrounding her show departure.
And when Izzy left, there was just so much going on. And it's really hard to show up on set when there's so much. And then there wasn't even social media. There's so much attention.
So crazy.
Can you even imagine? Because it felt like there was a lot of attention on everything we did all the time.
There was.
And everything was amplified. And that added to the emotion, and somehow that made the scenes better, and that made the show better, and that made the show more popular. Mm-hmm. And then Izzy leaves the show. And that was emotional for everybody.
Yeah, I think I was like up here, you know, in my headspace, in my gut, in my mind, in my life. I was just vibrating at way too high of a level of anxiety. So for me, it's kind of all a bit of a blur. And it took me years to learn how to deal with that, to master it. Well, I can't even say that I've mastered it, but to even know to work on it.
Well, looking back at the time in her life, Katherine explains the anxiety she felt at the height of her Grey's Anatomy fame.
I would not trade anything from my 20s back. Absolutely had no idea who I was and what I wanted and who I was supposed to be and who to make happy, and, you know, just massive lack of self-confidence. And then Grey's hit, and the success of Grey's hit, and I think it was borrowed confidence.
Katherine goes on to share details about her abrupt exit from the show and behind-the-scenes drama that came with it.
Listen, I went and I got my soapbox, and I put my soapbox down, and I got on my soapbox, and I had some things to say. And I felt really passionate about this stuff, and I felt really strongly, I felt so strongly that I also got a megaphone out on my soapbox. But there was no part of me that imagined a bad reaction. I felt really justified in how I felt about it, you know, and where I was coming from. So it took me a minute to really stop being the victim because of the reaction that I got, and finding and tuning out all that noise, because I'd spent most of my life, I think most women do, kind of being in that people-pleasing mode. It's really disconcerting when you feel like you have really displeased everybody, you know, and it was not my intention to do so, but I had some things to say, you know, and I didn't think I was going to get such a strong reaction. And so it took me until like probably my mid to late 30s to really get back to tuning out all of the noise and going, no, but who are you?